Everyone, it's Sal Post. How you're doing? And welcome to another episode of Chatterbox. Nearly got there. Nearly happened again, didn't it? Nearly was breaking dawn. I nearly did it again. Goodness me. God forbid me. God forbid me. Strike me down now. What's going on, everyone? I hope you've had a fantastic day so far. Welcome back. I'm back in my old surroundings. I'm back home after traveling all day, and I'm happy to be here with you guys. How have you been? I hope you've all been doing well. Before I start, please could I kindly ask those who are new, could you kindly subscribe to the channel and smash a like on the video? It does really help the view. It really helps the algorithms, if you know what I mean. So guys, please smash a like, please subscribe to the video. It's been a mad day, of course, in the world of Manchester United. Again, new news coming out of Manchester United. It seems like every single hour there's something new in regards to Manchester United, and we cannot catch a break, can we? In regards to Man United, we cannot sit there cushy and watch Netflix. We can't do that because Manchester United are about, and Manchester United are about to pounce in regards to news, and we always have to keep our Twitter active, our internet active, just in case something happens, you know? Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Guys, thank you so much for joining me. You're absolute legends. Been traveling all day, absolutely shattered, lampshaded, absolutely knackered, whatever you want to call it, I am. But I'm here with you guys, and I want to talk about the big news today, that Manchester United would be willing to do a swap deal between De Jong and Antony. What do you think about that deal then? Dildo. We don't want to say that dildo because that just doesn't work, does it? You say that dildo. What do you think about that dildo? No, I don't think anything of that dildo. What do you think of that deal, though? What do you think of that dildo? What do you think of that deal? You guys, you put me in the spot, on the spot. What's going on? Anyway, what I think of the deal is crazy. If it happened, brilliant. I mean, we get Antony leaves, De Jong comes in. What do you think of that? Some people will be very, very upset with that because there is an Antony fan club. Believe it or not, there is an Antony fan club, and I am a fan of Manchester United. I'm not a fan of any player, but what would you make of that deal if Manchester United did, if they did do a deal with Antony and De Jong? I am flabbergasted if that happened. It would be amazing if that happened. But there is talks in regards to doing it. Antony would be playing where for Barca? Antony would be playing where for Barca? Exactly. That's a good point as well. Barcelona are stacked in regards to midfielders and attacking midfielders. It is news that broke today. Certain outlets were saying that Manchester United would be willing to do a deal with Antony and De Jong. Would Barcelona take that? In my opinion, Barcelona would not take that deal. I don't think they would take that deal, in my opinion. I don't think that's a good deal for Barcelona. What do you think? I don't think it's a good deal for Barcelona. De Jong more out injured than playing. Yes, that's another point. We cannot keep signing cripples. We're fed up with signing these players who keep getting injured, who are injured half the time. We need players that are fit and are ready to go every single game. We do not need this injury-prone players at our club. That is absolute spot on. Good point, Mark. How are you doing this afternoon? Let me just take it back. Wow, Frankie Antony. No, yeah, it is a big one, isn't it? It is a big one. If it did happen, I'll be absolutely flabbergasted. I will be on my knees saying, what the hell is going on? Because at the end of the day, I just can't see a deal like that going ahead. Do you? I mean, Man United swap for Antony and De Jong just doesn't make sense, isn't it? And I don't think Barcelona would want De Jong. As my friend in the chat said, it would be very difficult to do that deal because I don't think Barcelona would want De Jong. Nathan Rhodes, Man United, so want Frankie De Jong would be crazy, but Barcelona is 600,000 a week, reported 600,000 a week wages as well. Unbelievable. Yeah, Mark, I would only do one swap with Barcelona, Casemiro for De Jong. That I like. Would Casemiro go to Barcelona, though? He's an ex-Real Madrid legend. Do you know what I mean? You just can't see it. We don't want any more pigs' heads being thrown from the stadium, if you know what I mean. You remember that time when Figo signed for Real Madrid from Barcelona? It was absolute madness. I don't think he's at that stage in his life. He's at that retirement age. He doesn't need any pig's heads thrown at his mullet, you know. De Jong will be really... Nathan Rhodes. De Jong will be really player and will be on big. I don't quite understand what you mean, my friend, but he is on a lot of money per week, and we have to remember that as well. Antony and De Jong would mark a very, very good deal in theory for Manchester United, because we do need a central midfielder, and it does make sense to swap a central midfielder from a right winger, which we are very, very stacked on. We're stacked on right wingers at the moment. So at the end of the day, it would be an amazing deal if it went ahead. I would be extremely surprised if it went ahead. I don't think it is going to go ahead, but you never know in this atmosphere, in this world of football. Football is a strange thing. Let's walk away from the De Jong deal after humiliation Man United. And that is exactly, Monsieur. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're well. I agree with that wholeheartedly, because he did not want to come to Man United when we needed him. He did not want to come to Man United, and that is absolutely a good point. That is because we don't want players who are desperate to leave now, because when we desperately needed him, he wasn't around, was he? Where was he? Where was De Jong when we needed him? He wasn't around, was he? So at the end of the day, we shouldn't be taking over leftovers from Barcelona, in my opinion. But it is a game of opinions. And in theory, it would be a great deal. But do we want De Jong? Because he hasn't shown enthusiasm to play for Manchester United. In fact, I'm quite tired of De Jong. I would have preferred someone else in there. Us going after Zubimendi, for example, players like that. That would have been much more my cup of tea, in my opinion. I don't want to hear about De Jong anymore. I'm up to here with Frankie De Jong. I'm tired of it, to be honest with you. And we should just stop the obsession with him. Stop the obsession of him. At least Antony wants to wear the shirt, and Antony wants to play for Manchester United. I'd rather keep Antony, who wants to play for Manchester United, than get De Jong, who's like, oh, well, no other choices there. Let me just go to Manchester United. And that's the problem about it. You know, that's the little bit of inkling feeling I have about it. But if this deal did go ahead, it would be an incredible deal. In all honesty, it would be an incredible deal. I'll be absolutely flabbergasted if it did happen. But I just don't see it happening. Mishek, how are you doing? Good afternoon, my friend. Good to see you back. We don't want De Jong. Please let us buy those two guys from Bayern, Ugarte. Yes, De Ligt and Mazraoui and Ugarte from PSG is what we need to be focused on. Yes, I know Ten Hag loves De Jong. I know that. There's certain fans who love De Jong, but it's just not going to work, is it? He had a chance to come to Manchester United a long time ago, and he hasn't come to Manchester United. So let's leave it there. Let's not be desperate, right? Let's not be desperate. We have to move on from that. We really do have to move on from a Frankie De Jong deal. ASAP. Mark, De Jong rejected United numerous times. Let him keep being happy at Barca. His chance passed long ago. Very, very good point. Again, there is a number of fans who are not happy with De Jong after the way he treated Manchester United. He played us somewhat a year ago and 2 years ago, I believe it was. He played us, and now he wants to come to Manchester United because Barcelona need to raise funds. Barcelona need to raise funds. Are we going to be the ones to give them those funds? But we're definitely not going to be giving those funds if we're giving them Antony. If PSG keep holding out for big fee, United should walk away. Agree. Absolutely agree. Manchester United have threatened PSG. They've called their bluff. They're calling each other's bluff at the moment. They've said, look, we are willing to walk away. We're going to walk away from this if you do not do the deal, because we're fed up with this pondering around. We don't have time to waste. Our season starts very, very soon, and we need to have our players in. If they're not going to do a deal with us, just tell us they're not going to do a deal with us, and we will move on. At the end of the day, we cannot be held to ransom from these teams. We need to move on, and we do need to get players in. But Ugarte has agreed personal terms, and Ugarte is the player I've set my heart on. He's the kind of player that Manchester United desperately need, to be honest with you. Manchester United need an Ugarte desperately, don't they? Because he's the enforcer in that midfield. He can be the enforcer in the midfield. He can be the guy, the defensive line, the defensive shield for that defence. And I think that is what we need most of all in regards to Manchester United. And going forward, we need that shield in front of our defence, especially as at the moment, squad-wise, our defence is not the best, because at the end of the day, all it takes is an injury to Licha, and then we're in big problems on that left-sided centre-back. We do need an enforcer in there. We need an Ugarte in there ASAP. 100% good point, definitely. Now, I'm going to move it on in regards to something a bit more sensitive in regards to the Manchester United Stadium. Snapdragon, which are Manchester United's new sponsor, are definitely interested in taking the naming rights of Old Trafford should Manchester United rebuild or refurbish Old Trafford. Now, it looks like Manchester United will rebuild Old Trafford. Hopefully, we'll be on the same spot. But Snapdragon have said to be very interested in acquiring the naming rights for Old Trafford. What do you think of that? Now, I have my reservations. I'm very old school. I do like the name Old Trafford. I don't think we should rename our stadium, to be honest with you. Mark, let me just read out this comment. What is happening with Amrabat? Yeah, I'm going to get to Amrabat very soon. But in regards to the stadium, it doesn't fit right with me, and this is my personal opinion. From a young age, I have seen Manchester United play at Old Trafford. I've seen it, and I just don't want us to move away from that name. If we are going to rebuild the stadium at Old Trafford, that's absolutely fine for me. That we have to do that because we have to move on. At the end of the day, we have to move on in regards to the stadium. We are falling behind, and that is thanks to the Glazers regime. The Glazers have pulled us into the mud in regards to the last 20 years of ownership. They have really destroyed our club from inside and out and let us decay. They have not updated the stadium. They have not refurbished the stadium. They've done nothing in the way of infrastructure, absolute zero. Of course, Ineos have put money into the training facilities, which is brilliant. But now the stadium has to have a new name. Apparently, this is what it is. Snapdragon can go ahead and call it Snapdragon can go ahead and call it the Dragon's Den. There you go, the Dragon's Den. We might as well call it the Red Dragons. We might as well be called the Red Dragons instead of the Red Devils. Let's bring on the Red Dragons, and all the fireworks come out, and all the red fireworks, they go as we walk out of Old Trafford. As we walk out to Old Trafford to Cisco. It'd be absolutely incredible, wouldn't it? It'd be big up, Danny. How you doing, pal? Oh, good to see you back. Good to see you, my friend. I need a new Old Trafford. I'm ready. 100,000 new power home. It will be a new power home. But do you really want to move away from the name Old Trafford? Do you really want to move away from that name? It's such an historical name. Our historical value means a lot. Our heritage means a lot to so many people around the world. It's why I fell in love with the club. Someone asked me earlier, as a Londoner, why did I start supporting Man United? It is so multi-layered, and one of the layers is Old Trafford. Old Trafford was the main one. When I went to Old Trafford for the first time, I wanted to go and see the Munich clock. I said, I want a picture next to the Munich clock. That's what I wanted. Iconic Old Trafford, as Nathan says, iconic Old Trafford. Yes, absolutely spot on. Old Trafford is iconic, and there's some things that just shouldn't be touched. Like the Bernabeu. Bernabeu haven't renamed their stadium, have they? Even if you put New Trafford, you know, if it's New Bernabeu or it's New Trafford, even if you've done that, it's better than Snapdragon Stadium. Snapdragon Stadium. But we need money, and without these sponsors, we're not going to get these big, massive stadiums, are we? We need people to pay for it. We don't have the money to build it ourselves. We need people to pay for it, of course. So we need Snapdragon to pay for it. So, of course, they're going to take the naming rights. It is a sad thing, and it is something that is very, very sensitive in regards to Manchester United fans. I don't want it to happen, but if it happened, it's happening for a reason, because the Manchester United ownership of Glazers have led us into the dark. They've led us into the mud, and it is so hard to climb back out of that mud. We're so deep in the mud that it's so hard to climb out of it, so we need a hand. And at the end of the day, it's sponsorship and naming rights is that hand. We may have to take it, and sadly, it's just the way the world works with money and sponsorships now, of course. Mark, Old Trafford really old now, thus we are in need of a new one. Let's just have it as a New Trafford then. Yeah, this is the problem. I wouldn't mind a New Trafford. I wouldn't mind a Sir Matt Busby Stadium, something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Something that it matches our heritage, something that is about us. You know, Snapdragon is just... It's a sponsor stadium. It's going to be like those American stadiums, exactly. But we do need to move on. It is really old. It is decaying. And that is because of the Glazers, what they have done to this football club over the last 20 years. It's because of the Glazers that they have led this stadium, this football club, into the mud. And we have to do what we got to do in regards to that. It's nothing to do with Ineos. It's nothing to do with them. They are looking at rebuilding the stadium. And if we want to progress, if we want to get up with the times in regards to moving on, we cannot stay in the 1900s. We have to move on, guys. It's sad, I know it is, but we have to move on. Old Trafford is iconic. Old Trafford is beautiful, but we have to keep elements of the stadium intact. That includes our heritage. Now, I don't know why Snapdragon would want to put their name on the stadium. I think they could have put sponsorships around the stadium, but they still could have named it something iconic. Me, Sir Matt Busby Stadium. Me, something like that. That would have been absolutely nailed on, perfect for our heritage. And that is what Manchester United is about. Manchester United is about our heritage at the end of the day. And moving to Snapdragon Stadium, it's just commercial, isn't it? It's just commercial. It's a bit like the Walker's Crisp Stadium, you know. It's just the same thing, isn't it? I don't care. I need to win big money. It's coming. Irfan, money, 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 money. The money man. Here we are. Irfan. Definitely, I need Irfan to twerk. Twerk, Irfan. Twerk. Come on, Irfan, twerk. Yes, we need Irfan to twerk because at the end of the day, it's subject to opinion, isn't it? But in my opinion, it hurts. It hurts as a Manchester United fan that we're going to rename the stadium. And it is a bit of a sad one, isn't it, really? That if we do rename the stadium, it's nothing to do with our heritage. Our heritage isn't Snapdragon. We didn't have Snapdragon written on our shirt in 1958 and 1968, did we? Let me just read this one. Big money deals must just not keep the Glazers around. They have to leave. Exactly, my friend. The Glazers, they're looking for those big money deals. There's dividends that are coming in every single year that they want. And this just signifies more money for them. Now, I'm hoping that they are not still interested in the Super League. Rumours was that the Glazers are still interested in the Super League. Of course they are. It's big money. But I do not want to sacrifice English football and European football for the sake of a Super League that is very, very American. The great thing about Manchester United is that we are not like the NFL. We're not like that. We can get players, teams can get promoted. The underdog can win a trophy. That's what's great about English football and world football, European football, is that the underdog has a chance. And as long as the underdog has a chance, I'm going to carry on watching football because it's not just about Manchester United. I spoke to a Southampton fan the other day on this channel, and it's about the bigger scope. We cannot have this Super League and these sponsorships and these commercial stadiums that lack history, that lack substance. It's just not for me in regards to that because I was raised on Manchester United, Old Trafford. We are an iconic club. We are a club that we love our history, and that's what it's about. Glazer out, yes, and the new Old Trafford is too old. Old Trafford is too old. We are old. We're all old. Life is old, you know, at the end of the day. But we have to still keep elements of our heritage. Our heritage is very important in family, in football. Heritage is very, very important in my humblest opinion, and that's just me, guys. Thank you, Irfan, for the comment. Big up, Stephanie. Stephanie, how you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing very well. Thank you for joining me. You made it. You made it. So Will, you made it. You definitely made it. Thank you so much for joining me. Fan, the big problem is the Glazer out. Yes, the big problem is the Glazers. We know it is such a disgusting issue for Man United that these Glazers will not leave the club because they love the money and they're getting the money for free. They're getting free money every year. So why would they move? And this is the problem. You know, we needed a full sale. We needed Glazers out. We needed the debt cleared. That's what we needed, to be honest with you. Like and subscribe. 3,000 subs incoming. 3,000 subs incoming. Last time I checked, I was 25 from 3,000 subs. It's incredible. You know, the channel is moving so fast, and that is all thanks to you guys. You guys, the Manchester United family that join me here every single night, every single morning. You guys are absolute legends, and I have nothing but gratitude to you guys. And we are community. As I told you, as I promised, as this channel grows, every one of you originals, and I know who you are because I have you all written down, you will be with me. No super chats, nothing. I don't deal with that. It's going to be me and you. The rest can, but you lot are the originals. You lot are the moderators. You lot are this channel. And I want to thank every single one of you. Stephanie, you're an absolute superstar. You deserve the best. Thank you so much. Yeah, so in regards to Old Trafford, you know, it is a touchy subject and it is subject to opinion. But if I was going to just take away emotion from it, just take away all the emotion from it, we have to do it. And this is it. We have to do it. And we have to move on, unfortunately, guys. It's the damages the Glazers have cost United, but still United needs money to stay up and continue competing at the highest level. Very true, Kingdom. It is unfortunately, if we want to continue competing at the highest level, we have to move on with infrastructure as well as the football team on the pitch. The infrastructure is very important. We have moved on with the training facilities. Ineos have put in a lot of money in regards to the training facilities. So now it's that we have to think about the stadium, and it is our bread and butter. We do have emotional value, but as long as we can build the stadium with our heritage remembered and they remember who we are, That is the most important thing for me. If they can just remember who we are, the Munich clock, the Munich disaster, the Busby Babes, Sir Alex Ferguson, if they can remember this and implement that into the design, we have to move on. And unfortunately, if we don't move on, our Old Trafford would just fall down. It's just crumbling. It is a mess at the moment, to be honest with you. Guys, Mark, guys, do you see Sancho having a great season after Ten Hag saying he will be playing as a false number 9? I have him in my FPL team because I think he will be killing it. I really hope Sancho comes out next season and performs really, really well. You said about the false number 9, the false number 10, the false number 9. It is a very, very good point. He can play there. He played there a year ago in the friendlies and until that mess happened on the tweets and everything like that because he wasn't getting first team football. I believe he can play there. He is a good enough player for there. But we do need players who can score goals. But Sancho's the type of player. He can open up play. He can create chances, in my opinion. And it would be a good idea to play him in that false number 9 kind of position. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, if we are lacking strikers, if we are lacking goals, he can play up there. It's an option, isn't it? It is an option, definitely. Is that a really only Qatar bid 5 billion? Glazers say no. At the end of the day, Man United were worth 3 billion. You know, Qatar are not going to spend way over double the amount of money. They offered 6, guys. 6. They're not going to spend double the amount of what Manchester United are worth. Why should they? At the end of the day, you know, they have no right. We have no right to tell them to pay what they are. It's the Glazers that have messed us up. The Glazers are messing us up for the last 20 years. Sir Alex Ferguson kept things up there. He kept winning things. He produced miracles whilst they were there. But now it's just like there is no Sir Alex Ferguson, and we are left in a mess at the end of the day because Old Trafford was developing because of Sir Alex Ferguson. The Sir Alex Ferguson stand, the Stretford end, the West stand, it was all because of Sir Alex Ferguson, and the increase in the stadium was because of Sir Alex Ferguson. If we have renovations to Old Trafford, make it Most Loved Club. Make it about Manchester United. Exactly, Nathan. Make it about Manchester United. We need to make the stadium about us. Because that's what it's about. It's about Manchester United at the end of the day. This is what it's about. It's about our heritage. It's about where we came from. People died for this football club. May I remind you, people died for this football club. And we don't want just any commercial company to come out and say, well, we're going to name the rice Snapdragon because we care most about our product than you. But at the end of the day, you know, we have to think about our heritage as well. And this is what I've been saying. This is what I touch on. I'm so passionate about this sort of subject in regards to Manchester United because it's why I fell in love with the club at the end of the day, guys. It's why I fell in love with the club. It's because of Old Trafford. It's because of our heritage. Now, as I touched on earlier in the show about De Jong and Antony, Manchester United, of course, do want De Jong. Derek Ten Hag is a massive fan of De Jong, of course. De Jong has been on Manchester United's radar, it seems like, for years. But De Jong did not want to go to Manchester United when we needed him. So we need to remember that, right? There is no sentiments in football. At the end of the day, if he wants to come to Manchester United now, because things are not working out for him at Barcelona, we are not an old people's home. We do not bring people in and say, all right, then we're going to give you a chance because it's not working out for you at Barcelona, even though you proper parred us a couple of years ago or a year ago. We have to remember that who we are. We have to move on from that. Why not go for Zubimendi? Go for someone like that. Don't go for a De Jong. Even if it's a swap deal for Antony, we keep Antony. Antony wants to play for this football club. Antony loves this football club. He wears his heart on his sleeve. No matter if you like Antony or you don't like Antony, he wears his heart on his sleeve for this football club. No, he's not the quality. He's not up there in regards to elite, in regards to world class. He's definitely not up there. We know that he's not up there. But at the end of the day, he loves the football club. He wears the heart on his sleeve. I would rather him than De Jong, who is just taking us because he has no choice. And that is the thing. But if it did happen, we have no choice but to support the player and support the deal. And that is just the way it is at the moment with football, as it is. If it does happen, and it is a big if, just remember it's a massive if it does happen. I don't think it will. To be honest with you, I don't think it will. But there's many people who do think it will. It was reported today in regards to media outlets that this still could happen. Wow. I was like, wow, really, De Jong and Antony. As the guy said in the comment, wow, you know, it's amazing. Like, you know, come on. Like, it hits you out of nowhere. Boom. Like, are we going to get De Jong? De Jong, the bus is a long way now. It's time for Ugarte and Zubimendi. You see that, Irfan? That's what I'm talking about. That's why I like you, my friend. It's because you know what you're talking about. Zubimendi and Ugarte are the two players that we need in that team. The number 6, number 8 in Zubimendi, the number 6 in Ugarte, cleaning up the mess. And we got Mainu as well. Can you imagine that midfield? It would just bring so much excitement to us. It'd be so much enthusiasm in the fan base if we had Zubimendi, Ugarte, Mainu, and then Bruno. Madness, mad thing. It'd be absolutely crazy. Can you imagine we had those players in the squad instead of De Jong? You know, forget De Jong. F De Jong. We don't care about De Jong. You know, we want Zubimendi. We want players like Ugarte in there. Players who have not just absolutely dissed us because you want to stay in Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? It's not about that. We want quality players, world-class players. We don't want players who have no choice but just to go, oh, it's the last chance to loan. It's my last option. So I'm going to go with Manchester United. Well, what can I do? It's the only chance I've got, isn't it? It's the only team that's going after me. We don't want any of that business, do we? We want players who really, really want to play for the football club. That is the most important thing for me, guys. Guys, don't forget to smash a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I am 25 from 3,000 subscribers. Guys, you're absolutely incredible. We need to move that up. Please spread the word. Please keep subscribing. It's very, very important for us as a community that we keep growing. And I can keep bringing you these streams every single day. That'd be brilliant. Ugarte, Zubimendi, Irfan. Ugarte, Zubimendi, come to Man United. Man United can play sexy football. We will play more than sexy football. We will play full-play football. We will have the full balls deep football. We'll have the full shebang. It will be absolutely incredible, amazing football. It will be, and if we can have Zubimendi and we can have Ugarte in there, we have Ugarte sweeping up in front of the defence. We have Zubimendi, the number 6, number 8. We'll have Mainu there as well, technically brilliant. We have Bruno there as well. It would just be such a dynamism to our team if that happened. What do you think? What do you think? Just feel me. Just feel me. Feel what I'm saying. Feel what I'm saying. Help me to help you feel what I'm saying. Help me to help you feel what I'm saying. Can you believe it? If we did get a Zubimendi and Ugarte, brilliant. But no, we want to swap De Jong for Antony. We want De Jong. Forget De Jong. Bun De Jong, as they say in East London. Bun De Jong. We don't need De Jong. We need Zubimendi. We need Ugarte. That's who we need in the team. And we need it in fast because time is running out. We play Manchester City on Saturday. We play Fulham on the following Friday. Time is of an essence. Time is running out. We need to get these transfers through the door quickly. Guys, hurry up. We need to get it done. I need sound effects. I do need sound effects. I'm going to get sound effects in this stream. Don't worry about it because I need something to emphasize how much we need to get a bloody move on. We do, because we got Man City on Saturday. I want to win that Charity Shield. I don't know about you, but I want to win that Charity Shield. 100%, I want to win that Charity Shield. Yes, if time is not time. Yes, time is not Man United's friend. At the moment, time is not Man United's friend. In fact, time is Manchester United's enemy right now. And we need to move on with transfers and get on with it, guys. Forget we keep getting new news every single day. It's good and it's bad in some ways because it's bad because we're not solid in regards to who we're going to sign, who we're going to bring in. We've got a new player every single week. Swap this, do that. Swap this, do that. It's just not what it's about. We need to get these players in. Ugarte, De Ligt, Mazraoui, done. Kabum, shaboom, done. It's done. That's what we need. I need win. We need to win, mate. Irfan, we need to win the first game of the season. We need to win against Man City at Wembley. Beating Man City twice in a row at Wembley would be absolutely incredible. Remember that. It would be beating them twice in a row. What would that do for morale? What would that do for Manchester United and morale? It'd be incredible. It would be incredible because Man City would be on their knees and they'd be, oh no, Man United are back. They don't want that, do they? They don't. And then we go into that Fulham game. Boyd after just beating Manchester City, and we got our new players in. We got Ugarte in midfield. We got Licha back. We got De Ligt in defence. We got Mazraoui Dalot. We got Shaw back, and we got Xerxes up front as well. It would be an absolute dream, wouldn't it? It would be an absolute dream. It would be absolutely incredible for Manchester United going forward. We need to think forward. We need to think positive. No, this is not a lack of patience, and this is not like putting too much pressure on the lads. We need to have this ambition. We need to have this positivity. And we need to tell these guys what we need. because that is what's important. We need to let Ineos know what we need, because we know what can happen. We've been supporting this club for a very long time. We've known what 10 years can bring. I feel so sorry for the Man United fans who started supporting United when the Glazers come in, because some of these fans do not know who we are. They do not know what we are. I know what we are, and I know where we came from to be where we are. And we need to rekindle that. We cannot lose that. We have lost it. We're becoming a banter team, and we are not a banter team. We're the biggest club in the bloody world, guys. We're the biggest club in the world, and we cannot be a banter team. Arsenal are a banter team. Liverpool are a banter team, not Manchester United. I'm Mauritius. Man United don't win. Big problem for Man United fan. There's a lot of Man United fans all around the world, including Mauritius, my friend. Mauritius, of course, is a big Manchester United fan base around the world. I would have liked Manchester United to visit places like Mauritius and play football instead of going to the States every single time. We would probably have Euro still fit if he ever went to Mauritius instead of the States, this PR campaign because of the Glazers. You know what I mean? So, Manchester United, the world and England need a Manchester United team that is thriving, because Manchester United do so much for the economy in England. Believe it, if you remove the Manchester United from the Premier League, the economy in England would just slump, because we're such a powerful force and we're such a massive club, guys. We're a massive club, and we need to be successful challenging for that league. I want that grit between our teeth. I want us to fight next season. I believe we can do it. I believe. I hope you believe as well. I have a lot of Liverpool friends. Yeah, Liverpool fans are everywhere. I have a lot of Liverpool friends. My brother is a Liverpool fan, guys. My older brother is a Spurs fan. My dad is a Huddersfield fan. My mum is a Wimbledon fan. I have fans all around around my family of different clubs. My brother, my closest friend is my brother, and he's a Liverpool fan. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And I'm a Man United fan. So there you go. We have Liverpool fans everywhere. We have Arsenal fans everywhere. The biggest club that I despise the most, of course, is obviously Liverpool and Arsenal. Are those the two teams that really do my head in? They do my head in, absolutely. So don't have the money like USA. Mauritius doesn't have the money like USA. By the end of the day, how are we going to give these fans something to look forward to? How are we going to be? We're Manchester United. We are not obliged to go to America every single time. We should go to these countries. We should build up football in these countries. We should do India, Pakistan, Mauritius, Bangladesh, all these countries. We should be going there. Always America, America, America. I love America, don't get me wrong. My grandma's American. I've got America in my family. It's not about that. It's just that we need to flex it up a little bit, make it more versatile, go somewhere else for a change. And that's what it's about. Adam, good afternoon, my friend. How you doing? I hope you're doing really well. I really love your analysis and consistent breakdown of the club. Wish the board of Manchester United listen to you and bring positive change to the club. Thank you so much, Adam. It really means a lot to me, that comment, because it is what I am about. I'm about passion of Manchester United for the badge. I'm about passion for Manchester United since I was a child. I've been wearing a Manchester United jersey since I was a child. I've been a Man United supporter for close to 4 decades, and I love the history of our club. The history of the club means everything to me. It does. It means everything to me. When I speak about Man United, I get a tingle down my spine. When I talk about the Busby Babes, when I talk about 1999, I get a tingle down my spine. So there you go. Sniper Man, how you doing, my friend? Long time. Where you been, mate? Where you been? I've been looking for you, mate. I couldn't find you. I thought you got in trouble. Big up. Irfan, Mauritius is very small for Man United to come now. It's not small, nothing small, mate. You know, at the end of the day, if we played 1-2 games there, would it hurt? It's paradise at the end of the day, isn't it? It's a beautiful country. I would love to visit Mauritius myself. And if Man United did go to Mauritius, it'd be a brilliant thing. But this is a major few days for Manchester United in regards to transfers. Now, De Ligt and Mazraoui should be through the door by the end of the week. Medicals are happening tomorrow. Wan-Bissaka is having a medical tomorrow. Apparently, according to media reports, he's going to have a medical, and so will Mazraoui. So that deal could be done. Then we can move straight on to the De Ligt deal. Hopefully, McTominay does leave, and he does leave to go to Galatasaray. I prefer him to go to Galatasaray, but most likely he will go to Fulham because he doesn't have that in him to go to Galatasaray. It's a different one. I'm scared if no transfer is done before Man City, we will lose. Don't worry, Snapper Man. Don't worry, my friend. We won't lose. And if we lose, trust me, you'll be here to talk to me. You'll be here to talk to me. We won't lose. We are going to beat Man City on Saturday, guys. We will beat them. Don't worry about it. Be positive. We beat them before. We can do it again. We beat him before, we could do it again. But we do need Licha Martinez in that squad. He is so important for our balance. We need him back, and we need him in that team for Manchester City game, because without him, we don't have any balance. Let's have a look at some. I would love the De Jong signing, but these wages are huge. Yeah, Kenny, absolutely spot on. His wages are astronomical, isn't it? 500, 600,000 a week, reportedly. That is absolutely astronomical, and we cannot do that deal. It is totally unrealistic. I know that Antony is on less money a week, but at the end of the day, I don't think Barcelona would want Antony. We would have to do better than that. We would have to give him someone that they would really want, and they're not having maintenance, and that's for sure. Let's have a look at some of these guys. De Jong, big no, he rejected us. Yeah, he rejected us, so we should always remember that. You know, you forgive, but never forget. Absolutely spot on. Sal, how you doing? Admiral Drex, how you doing, my friend? I'm very well, thank you. I've been traveling all day. I've come back to Abu Dhabi in UAE, so I'm back here in my usual setting. So hopefully I'll be staying here for the remainder. And guys, we have a lot of football coming your way. We have a lot of watch-alongs coming your way. There's going to be a lot of emotion happening every single week. There's going to be wins, there's going to be draws, there's going to be losses. We're going to have opinions, we're going to disagree. It's going to be a roller coaster ride, but we are all on the same boat at the end of the day. That's what it's about. It's about the same boat to success. That's where we want to go. Let's have a look at some of these other comments. Community Shield is a curse, to be honest. The Community Shield, it's important, and one of the first games I went to, it wasn't the first game I went to, but one of the first games I went to was Arsenal against Manchester United in the 1992 Community Shield. It was in 1993, sorry, in the Community Shield, and we played Arsenal, and Ian Wright scored a brilliant goal, and we won on penalties, and the Community Shield was shared. Means a lot. Admiral, yeah, big up Admiral, big up. Ahmed, text yellow, our goal, text yellow. I don't understand what that means. I ordered a Ronaldo Euros jersey last week. It's coming tomorrow. It's my first air kit ever. Well, Cristiano CR7 Ronaldo jersey. Yeah, Ronaldo still always be a legend for Manchester United, of course. But you should get Cantona, my friend. Get Cantona. He's a proper legend. I thought you lived in England. I lived in England. I was born in England. I'm born in Leytonstone, England, in London. I have moved to the UAE 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So I'm here, I work here, I'm here for the last 2 years. I'm from Leytonstone in England. Do you know where Leytonstone is? It's where David Beckham was born. I was born in the same hospital as David Beckham, Whipps Cross Hospital. That's where I'm from. I'm a Londoner. Just because I'm a Londoner, there you go, at the end of the day. But I travel. I've lived in a couple of countries. Of course, I live in the UAE now. So it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to travel, and it's a beautiful thing to broaden your horizons and travel around the world. Because if you get an opportunity to live in another country, my word, take it. It's very, very good for your broadening your horizons and learning about different cultures. I lived in London my whole life, in East London. London is a mess at the moment, and God forbid what's going on over there. I don't know what's going over there. It's just absolutely crazy right now. There's so much wrong with it right now that I just don't even want to get into it. It's sad, really, when my hometown is just getting a bit destroyed and people are fighting. It's madness. Wow, you're born in the same hospital as David Beckham. Well, it is a coincidence. David Beckham, I'm from Leytonstone, East London. David Beckham was born in Whipps Cross. I was born in Whipps Cross. If you want to see my birth certificate, you're more than welcome. I want to go to England after I turn 18. Sniper Man, go to England. It's a fantastic place to visit. Go to Manchester, go to North, go to South, go to Midlands, go everywhere in England. I'm from East London. So East London is where Stratford is and Leighton and Leytonstone. So those places are very, very rough. They're not good places to visit, so you have to be careful, have your wits about you. But at the end of the day, always visit London, visit the various Covent Garden. I love Covent Garden, I love Piccadilly Circus, I love Leicester Square. Those are my favourite places in the world. They always have been, you know what I mean? So, and go and see a football match. By all means, go and see a football match. Even if it isn't Man United, go and see them. When you travel to Africa, especially Ghana, Adam, I've been to Africa. I've been to Tunis. I know that's North Africa, but I am definitely, it is on my agenda to visit Central Africa. It is on my agenda to visit Accra. I want to visit Abuja, Nigeria. I want to visit Lagos as well. I was invited to Lagos. I have many friends from Lagos, but to visit Ghana as well, brothers and sisters in Ghana, big respect to them. One of my good friends in the music industry is Sway DeSafo. Sway DeSafo is a big artist in the UK. He's my friend and he's from Ghana, and major love to the Ghanaian people. Sniper Man, just because for matches the only problem is there will be many thugs. Yeah, there is many thugs right now. There's a lot going on in England right now. Lots of problems going on. What about Stonehenge? I've been to Stonehenge. I might put the picture up on Twitter if you want. I've been to Stonehenge. It's a little bit boring. It's a little bit, I would say this, right? You see Stonehenge, you're like, that's nice. That's nice. And then you leave. You know, it's a big walk as well to Stonehenge. Yeah, there is too many stabbings, my friend. There's a lot of stabbings, a lot of shootings now as well. So you've got to be careful in London. You have to have your wits about you, my friend. It's not a joke. And but I would say this: it's a fantastic country, a brilliant country. Don't believe everything you read in the media. It's not true. It's definitely not true. It's full of multiculturalism. It's full of opportunity. It is a brilliant place to be. Any Scooby-Doo Fulham updates? Any Scooby-Doo Fulham updates? We hope so, mate. It seems like he's gone into his cocoon and he's hiding from the transfer window. Do you remember when Phil Jones used to hide from the transfer window? This is what McTominay is doing. McTominay needs to go. McTominay, we need to grab him. We do. Everyone needs to get him. He's like, no, I don't want to go. Let me go. I don't want to. Well, that's what we need to do with McTominay and dump him in the back of the van, lock the door and drive to Craven Cottage where Fulham play. If you knew who I am referring to, yeah, I know where you're referring to, mate, because Scooby-Doo, from the Scooby-Doo cartoon, he goes missing. He goes missing, and until you pull off the hat, oh, there you are. It's you at the end of the day. And that is Scott McTominay, because on the pitch, he does go missing quite a lot, doesn't he? He does go missing in football games. And at the end of the day, Scott McTominay isn't good, is it really? He isn't that good. To be honest, if we want to go forward in challenging for the league, etc., I just don't think he's that great, but you know, big respect to him. But still doesn't depend to be disrespect. He scored. So we will not, Scooby-Doo, we will not be disrespectful to Scott McTominay, Sniper Man. No way. Don't sniper me out of the game yet, just yet. I'm not going to. It's just a joke. Don't worry. I do respect Scooby-Doo because he puts in an effort. But we do need to move on from him now. 27, just not quite that player, in my opinion. He's not quite there, in my opinion, in regards to talent. I like him though. If we keep him on the bench, but we can get a good fee for him from Fulham. And if we get a good fee for him, that money can go straight towards the transfer funds because he's a youth product, of course. So if we do sell him, thank you very much for your service. Let's move on to the next. Ugarte would be a magnificent signing for us. We don't need to worry too much because at the end of the day, all we need to bring in is Ugarte, De Ligt and Mazraoui. And then we will be in a better place, a much better place. I think we should buy him after. Definitely, mate. 100% some months if we have the money. Yeah, I think so. We should be Scooby-Doo, more like Scrappy-Doo. Mark, Scrappy-Doo. He is a scrappy player at the end of the day. He comes up with some goals here and there, but facts up. But big up, Mark. It's good to see you back, my friend. Hope you're well. Hope you're doing well. It is true. I mean, he comes in with goals, but just because you get goals doesn't mean that you are a great player. Anyone can get tap-ins, right? At the end of the day, it's about the team and the structure. If you want to think long-term, stop thinking about goals like, you know, statistically. Stop thinking about statics, this, whatever. Stop thinking about stats, basically. Just stop. If you want to think long-term, if you want to think about success, you need to think about the shape of the team going forward. You need to think, all right, if we got McTominay, the shape of the team long-term is not good, and we do not have a plan for long-term. Adam, I don't really understand why they want to kick off Scott. He had a key weapon for the end of the season. He's a key weapon in regards to nicking goals here and there, but we don't want to be the team that nicks goals, do we? We want to be the team that dominates games. If we want to dominate games, we just need better quality players, technical ballers than Scott McTominay. It's no offence to Scott McTominay. We just need technical ballers, and we don't have that. Scott McTominay goes missing on the pitch, hence the name Scooby-Doo. He goes missing. And we need someone who's there. We need someone we can rely upon. But that's no disrespect. Money talks everywhere. Absolutely, Sniper Man. It's what makes the world go round at the end of the day. But sadly, he's just someone like Scott McTominay is just not that kind of player. You know, he's not good enough, in my opinion. It's not like Antony, who gives his shift in. He's got quality. He's good. You know, and we can play him. It's Scott McTominay is just not good in the central midfield. He's just not that player. Do you know what I mean? He's a completely different type of player, and It'd be good if he stayed on the bench if we had the money, but we need the money as well. You know, we're not going to get an Ugarte if we don't sell Scott McTominay. It's as simple as that. You know, and we have to move on because Ugarte is better than Scott McTominay. We know he is. You know, I know we have feelings towards these players. We're an emotional fan base, but at the end of the day, it's just we have to move on, guys, unfortunately, sadly. Well said, Mark. Well said. We want to be the team that dominate games. Exactly. And the way to dominate games is have a structure. Not just think about if we nick a goal, we can nick a goal. We can't be thinking like that. We have to think forward about dominating games. We're not dominating games. We need to buy players and get players in the door who can really dominate the play, keep the ball, technically brilliant, continental style of football that we need to play. At the moment, it's slapdash, kick the ball forward, hope for the best. We don't want that. We need to dominate games. And McTominay, I don't think, fits Ten Hag's system. Anyway, in another topic, do you think Amrabat will be disrespected if he doesn't get bought by Ten Hag? After all, he was training Allen's are hoping for a transfer. I like Amrabat. I think he's a really, really good player. I personally feel we should keep Amrabat. We only owe a bit of money. I feel like we should keep him. But if Ugarte comes through the door, it's going to be difficult to keep Casemiro and Amrabat in that midfield because at the end of the day, all of them can't play, can they? We've got Mainu as well. They all can't play. If McTominay leaves, we can get Ugarte in. But we got Casemiro. Unless Casemiro leaves as well, I don't think we're going to keep Amrabat. I would like to keep Amrabat. We've got a bit of money to pay on him. I think he's a good player, and I think he deserves a chance. Last season, he was very unlucky. He came in, he had an injury, he went to left back. But as the season went on, you saw his qualities, and his qualities were brilliant, weren't they? In the FA Cup final, he was absolutely immense alongside Mainu and Bruno and these players. They were absolutely brilliant in the FA Cup final. Goodness me, honestly, tears in my eyes when we won that FA Cup final. Honest to God, I swear to God, it was so nice because so many people ripped Ten Hag off. So many people ripped Manchester United off in that game, and we won the game, and it was so emotional. It was so emotional. It's so good to feel that feeling again with you guys. I love the Man United fan base, and it was good to see us smiling again, winning a trophy, because that's what we're about. We're not about arguing with each other. We're not about egos. We're about a fan base, and we're about a family. That's what Manchester United is. And when we won that FA Cup, we felt it. We felt it. It was brilliant. I wish I was back in England at that time. I wasn't in England. I prefer counter-attacking football. Mate, I've never heard that before. More effective and not so boring. He's direct. Tiki-taka. Hate tiki-taka. We don't have Erik ten Hag is not a kind of counter-attacking football style manager. We had a counter-attack football style under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We had that style, but long-term, it just doesn't work. I understand what you mean, though, Story. Thank you for joining the stream, by the way. Hope you're well. I understand what you mean, though. This tiki-taka, Pep Guardiola football is boring. I'm tired of it, to be honest with you. I mean, I miss the days of great 4-4-2, two strikers. That's what it's about. Dwight York, Andy Cole. Have Rasmus and Xerxes up front next season. That would be good, wouldn't it? It would be brilliant. And have a 4-4-2. It's just that football has evolved somewhat in regards to the formations. I don't like the tiki-taka. I like the way Ten Hag mixes it up. I like the way he plays football. He's not a counter-attacking manager. He's a dominating manager. He likes to dominate the play. Tiki-taka is boring, and I'm really happy that Ten Hag found a way to counter that tiki-taka in the FA Cup final last season. But I do know exactly what you mean in regards to tiki-taka. It is getting a bit dry. Lots of teams are trying to copy that style of football, which I don't like. And you know, they need to find their own identity at the end of the day. This tiki-taka rubbish is crazy, to be honest. Everyone wants to play out from the back. Everyone wants to keep the ball playing in little triangles. Everyone build your own style of play. That's what Manchester United did for years. The most important thing in football is a simple game. Football is a simple game. You have to press, you have to attack, you have to be aggressive, and you have to have quality. You have to pick the right pass at the right time, and you have to play for your teammates. That's what it's about. But above all, Sir Alex Ferguson used to say it, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself and be confident. And that's what we need to be for the coming season, because Manchester United look like they've really not been enjoying their football over the last few years, especially before Ten Hag. It looked like we were really struggling. We were under pressure. There's still certain players in our team, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, who are under a lot of pressure, and they look like they're not enjoying their football. In my opinion, Rashford needs to leave. I do believe that, in my opinion. I feel like Rashford and Sancho do need to go now. I think they need to find another club, because at the end of the day, once you're down, it's really hard to get yourself back up at Manchester United. We will support you, but I think It's time to go, but his wages are astronomical and no team wants to pay that type of money. Adam, something we must be done with our medical team, because one of the main reasons we couldn't get to top four is injuries upon injuries. And many of us have been touching on this for many years about our medical team. The whole medical department needs a revamp. We need a completely new medical building. We need a medical hospital, whatever it's called. We need a completely new medical department. Absolutely spot on. We're getting too many injuries. It's no coincidence. These injuries in the pre-seasons cannot be blamed on the medical department, somewhat because they were knocks. The foul on Rashford was a tread on the foot. He was all right, though he played the last game. And a couple of ones were bad tackles. So that cannot be down to the medical team. The muscle injuries, however, are down to the medical team. And we are getting a lot of those muscle injuries, which are not good, because we need players next season. If we're not signing a bunch of players to replace players who are injured, we need the players to be fit for a 60 to 70 game a season. Spain played tiki-taka before, and now they are more direct and better. Hope Ten Hag gets it right, but I am worried about his tactics too open. Spain got it spot on in the European Championships. They didn't concentrate on individuals, they concentrated on the team, which is why they were successful. They had a plan, they had balance, and they knew exactly what they're doing. Every single player in that team complemented the way they wanted to play. And that's what you need to do. Doesn't have to be the most talented player in the world. We've had John O'Shea, we've had Wes Brown, we've had Fletcher, we've had players like that, but they fit our style of play. And that's what it's about. It's about getting the right players to fit your style of play, even if you don't think they're the most talented player in the world. For example, John O'Shea can play left back, right back, centre midfield. He was a brilliant player for Manchester United. But if you put him in another team, he wouldn't show the same sort of qualities because John O'Shea fitted the system. Now, you need players who fit the system that we want to play. Unfortunately, Ten Hag hasn't had that luxury. He hasn't had the luxury of players who fit the system, sadly. And I do believe that next season we will have more of a system and you'll see more of a style of play. Of course, this was the drum that they used to beat Ten Hag with last season. He doesn't have a style of play, bruv. He doesn't have a style of play. Of course he has a style of play. He just hasn't had the players to implement that style of play, for goodness sake. He hasn't. You cannot turn Harry Maguire into Paolo Maldini. It doesn't work. You cannot turn Victor Lindelof into Nemanja Vidic. It doesn't work. We need players who fit the system that Ten Hag wants to play. Licha fits the system, of course. De Ligt will fit the system, of course. I'm hoping Mazraoui will fit the system and Ugarte will fit the system. Let's hope that these players bring us forward, of course. Frankie de Jong, Nathan Rhodes, big up. Frankie de Jong in the midfield would be so good, and Mason Mount is the player, is helping, not the team. Mason Mount is a big season for him next season. As I said, it's a big season. We're not going to sell Mason Mount. We're not going to get rid of Mason Mount, but he has to take the bench. That's it for me. He has to take the bench, and if he can take the bench, I'm happy. I'm happy to keep him, in my opinion. At the end of the day, it was not the signing I wanted. I did not think we wanted him, to be honest. I personally don't think Ten Hag did either. I think Ten Hag was advised to sign Mason Mount. That's just an opinion. I'm not saying anything sinister. That's facts and that's the gospel. That's what I think, because I didn't see where he fitted in the team. I just don't think it works with him. If he's happy to sit on the bench, then so be it. It's great. He can sit on the bench, and do it from there. De Jong demands too much wages. He does demand too much wages, mate. 600,000, some people were quoting. I'm not sure it's that much, but that is a lot of money a week, isn't it? 600,000 a week. He's not worth half that. He's not worth a quarter that. Definitely not. And definitely not worth Antony. 100% not. Big lies. Big lies. We're not going to get Antony for De Jong and De Jong for Antony. That's not going to happen. The media just want to spin something. 600,000 euros, mate. Absolute rip-off, Mark. Absolute rip-off. I'd rather give Antony a pay rise. Look, we don't want De Jong because he doesn't want to play for he didn't want to play for Manchester United last year, did we? He did. And now with this obsession about De Jong is driving me up the wall. We should go in for Zubimendi, players like that, 50 million release clause, something like that. Go in for players like that. Don't go in for De Jong. I mean, he didn't want to play for us before, and we don't want him now. I know that Barcelona want to sell him. Barcelona want to raise funds. It's not about that no more. We don't want that. We want players who want to play for the football club. I'd rather bring in the youth player on the day in midfield rather than have a De Jong. I'd rather bring a Harry Amass in as well and bring in some young players. I don't want to hear about De Jong. I don't want to hear about he wants to come to Manchester United now all of a sudden. Oh, big up, yeah. of course, you know, but keep Antony. We're not gonna get De Jong. Swap deal. If that swap deal happened, it's rumours, of course. But if that swap deal happened, I will bleach my hair this time. I promise you, because it's not gonna happen. I told you it's not gonna happen. I'm confident in that one. But we have to report the news, and this is what they're reporting in the media: is a swap deal. It's not going to happen. Barcelona don't want Antony. Barcelona got well stacked in that position as well. So at the end of the day, I just don't think it's going to happen. Who should be our first signing, Mazraoui or De Ligt? Both, mate. Both should be our first signings. They should be both walking through the door at roughly the same time, because we do need those two players in. Clipped about if it does, our cool Rose. Big up, Mark. Big up. Look, at the end of the day, I don't want mercenaries at the club. I don't want players who don't love the club. I just want players who love the club. And Antony loves the club. De Jong doesn't love Manchester United. And that's the most important thing for me, in my opinion. He didn't want to come to us when we needed him. He didn't want us. Antony did. He came. You know, he kisses the badge. De Jong doesn't at the end of the day. And that's what's important to me as a Manchester United fan. De Ligt have also turned down United before, but I do not want to splash out for a striker. We're not. I don't think we're going to splash out for a striker story. Maybe next season, maybe in a year's time, maybe in January we might splash out for a striker. But I just don't think we got the time to do it at the moment. We need De Jong. No, we don't need De Jong. We need Ugarte. We need Mazraoui. We need De Ligt. Those players look likely to be the first signings to come through the door, with Wan-Bissaka and his medical about to happen, signing for West Ham, and we'll get Mazraoui, and hopefully De Ligt follows, and Ugarte will probably come later next week. We hope. We hope. Me neither. I like De Jong profile, but Antony went on a strike for us. Exactly. There's such a thing in this life, you know, called loyalty. We have to show loyalty to the people who show loyalty to us. This is very, very important. It's not just about what he does on the football pitch. It's about what he does off the football pitch. And this guy loves Man United. And when he comes on, even as a substitute, you see the energy, and we need to keep that energy. We need that energy. We need those personalities. If it was me, give Barcelona Rashford. Say, Barcelona, do you want Rashford? Give us De Jong. Do that. Sancho. You know, do that, because I'll be more happy with that. Do you watch United People's TV? United People's TV. I don't catch it, to be honest. I've heard of it. I don't catch it as much, but big up anyone doing streams. It's a very, very difficult thing to do, to put live cameras on and speak, but I don't really watch them. I watch a couple of streams. I watch a couple of YouTube channels. I watch my friend Mark, who's a fantastic channel. I watch other channels, of course, and I don't really watch United People's TV, to be honest with you. I don't. Why? Has he said something? What's going on? But De Ligt wants us now. De Ligt does want us now. De Ligt didn't want us in the past, but at the end of the day, De Ligt, as always said, we were late in going after De Ligt initially, and he had already agreed terms with Bayern Munich, and they were deep in conversations in regards to that. So De Ligt will be hopefully a Manchester United player next week. That'd be great. Antony scored in the FA Cup quarters. Antony, of course, is a passionate player. You know what I like? I like South American players. I don't know what it is about them. Just got that grit about them, the aggression. You know, they wear the heart on their sleeve. They're them type of players. Do you know what I mean? I like him. I personally watch him more than Mark Goldbridge. Everyone has their preferences, my friend. Everyone's doing their thing. Everyone has their preferences in regards to these channels. At the end of the day, everyone deserves a chance. People shouldn't just support people because they've got the biggest numbers. Support people and let people grow, because at the end of the day, just because they've got the biggest numbers doesn't mean they know more about the football club. Some people are just more fortunate in regards to where they come from, you know, and their upbringing and stuff like that. And I firmly believe that everyone deserves an opportunity to speak, and good luck to all of them. As I said, it's not easy to put the camera on and start talking about football unrevised, talking about the club you love, and just reporting the news. It is a very tough job, and I appreciate everyone who does it, because at the end of the day, it is a slog and it is hard work. And guys, we do it for the love of the club. I do it for the love of the club. I do it for the love of my football club. Just talking about Man United is what I love, you know. I watched a clip where Anthony Cucurella and Rodri in 2v1. Yeah, mate, Anthony destroys. Yeah, I watched a clip where Anthony destroys and Rodri. Anthony is a good player, mate. Last season, he had these personal issues that cannot be ignored. If you knew what happened to Anthony last season, you would feel for the guy. He went through the doldrums, the doldrums. And it's up to us as a fan base to support people and show love to people who love us. You know what I mean? Go Sakajata and do well there on football. Many are better. I won't say much about God. I know the guy. All right. So I won't say I'll talk to the guy. We've got some things coming up in the future. Not everyone is not. It supports everyone. Not everyone is everyone's cup of tea, so to speak. In other words, not everyone likes everyone. You cannot force someone to like that person. You cannot force someone to like that person. But at the end of the day, he is a Man United fan. I know that for a fact. I've spoken to the guy, and he's all right. He's a good guy. If you speak to him, he's all right. I know he has this thing where people want to criticize him and believe the media and stuff. But at the end of the day, show the love. The most important thing in this world, my friend, story, it's all about kindness. Kindness is the most important thing on this earth. We were put on this earth for kindness. That's what it is. Without kindness, we're not going anywhere in this world. Humans are the best at kindness. We thrive with kindness. We prosper with kindness, in my opinion. Any updates, bro? We have been offline. Big up, Jeff Marvo. Just the usual Manchester United news. If you go back to the show, have a look. I've been talking about Antony. I've been talking about De Jong, De Ligt, Mazraoui. All these big news coming this week. Of course, Man United only got back to England today. So at the end of the day, we got a lot of news to happen. Within the next few days, there should be big news. Medicals are happening, so that means that transfer should be through the door very, very soon, guys. As I heard a conspiracy that Goldbridge whole family is a Forest fan and he's a fan of Man United for money. And I heard, no, that is not true, mate. That is not true. I was born in Leighton, East London. A stone's throw for me was Leighton Orient. And people call me a Leighton Orient fan because I was born in Leighton, right? It's not true. We are not, just because we're born in a certain place or we go to a football match that involves that team doesn't mean we're a supporter of them. That's where media can really twist things, and that's where media can get things wrong. Do you know what I mean? Because he is a Man United fan. He's a passionate Man United fan. I mean, he has to be a very good actor to be online every single day talking about Man United if he hates Man United, isn't it? Especially at this period when it's not the most profitable to be a Manchester United fan. It's not, because we're not the talk of the town at the moment, are we? Goldbridge is cool. Goldbridge is cool. Lots of people don't like him, but he works very hard as well. Yeah, he worked hard to get where he is, and a big props to that. Everyone, as you know, Mark, this space is hard. It's a grind, and at the end of the day, you have to be consistent, and he's done it for 10 years now, so he is consistent. But what I would say is, it's always important to support each other. I support him, and it's good if he supported me as well, and he supported you. Everyone has to support each other, because I've always supported him. And it'd be nice if other people supported each other, and it'd be nice if we all supported each other and we grew together, because that's what it's about. We are a big community. We are a big fan base in regards to that. I also love the career modes. The games. Yeah, definitely. I've never been a gaming person. I was a gaming person when I was younger. I haven't played FIFA in a long time. A few months ago, I think a year ago, I played my nephews at FIFA, and I absolutely got annihilated. I was conceding goals left, right, and centre. I was being slapped up on FIFA. So I need a lot of practice on FIFA before I go on YouTube and humiliate myself on FIFA. Right. Is that De Jong wants you to join United? He does now, of course. De Jong wants to join United. Barcelona want to sell De Jong. And this is the thing. Of course they do. They want money now, don't they? Of course they do. They can take Rashford if they like. I think he is a United fan. He is a United fan. He is a United fan, mate. He is. 100%. I won't lie to you. I don't lie. It's against my religion. It's just a theory after all, and anyone can do anything for money. Anyone can do anything for money, exactly. But when you start a space talking about football, you have to have an element of passion about your football club, because these streams are very, very difficult to fake. When you're a Man United fan, you feel it. And when you talk about the games, and you'll see me next season on the watch-alongs, it is hard to fake. Definitely hard to fake. It's hard to do it if you support a club, let alone to fake it. So at the end of the day, because of passion, because of obviously when you're watching a game, you can get really passionate and you can swear. I swear a lot. So at the end of the day, it's hard. It's very hard. And De Jong is an injury player. Yeah, De Jong is injury prone as well. Absolutely spot on. Guys, you've been absolutely brilliant today. Thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to smash a like. I'm 25 away from 3,000 subscribers. Let's grow together. Let's keep building. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a fantastic conversation with you guys. Big news coming, of course, during this week. I will go live whenever anything breaks, guys. Take it easy, Sniper Man, my friend. Take it easy. Big up yourself. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to smash a like. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Have a fantastic afternoon or evening, wherever you are. It's the evening where I am, but enjoy the day. Thank you very much. All the best, guys. Take it easy. Peace.